The air had grown thick, not with fog but with a palpable wrongness. Elias hadn't slept for 3 nights, staring at the abnormal tide charts and the sickly green phosphorescence clinging to the water's surface. He was the keeper of the solitary light, and the cosmos tonight felt deliberately mocking. The sky was starless, yet the moon, which shouldn't have been visible at all, pulsed with an internal, sickening violet light. He stood on the cliff edge, the rhythmic crash of the ocean replaced by a sickening bass slurp, like some colossal beast drawing breath from the void. Then the horizon broke. It wasn't a wave, it was geometry refusing to be straight. A cyclopean mass of obsidian and impossible, non-Euclidean angles clawed its way out of the depths, the sunken city of Relaye. It rose without displacing the water, as if the entire ocean was merely a thin, transparent film stretched over the true void beneath. The air temperature plummeted, but the cold was metaphysical, chilling the soul rather than the skin. As the wet, black monoliths reached their zenith, a gateway of arching, pitted stone opened like a slow-blossoming wound on the city's highest tower. The stench that poured forth was not of decay, but of interstellar ozone, crushed sanity, and primordial chaos. It was from this aperture that he emerged. The bulk of the entity defied light and comprehension. Elias registered a mountainous, rubbery body, a head like an armored octopus, and an infinity of bat-like dripping wings folded tight like ancient damp sails. Just seeing the shadow of it should have incinerated the human mind. But Elias was held in a terrifying, euphoric stillness, his consciousness utterly dwarfed. Cthulhu stirred. One enormous, sightless eye, a fathomless pool of green and violet, rolled toward the coast. The motion wasn't hostile, it was merely an awakening, a yawn after epochs of dream. But the consciousness behind that gaze was a tidal wave of absolute cosmic horror, crushing all sense of purpose, memory, and self. Elias felt his history unraveling, his language dissolving into guttural alien clicks. He knew with sudden and terrifying clarity that humanity was a brief, meaningless flicker. Then, with a sound like every deep-sea vent hissing at once, the violet light faded. The non-Euclidean city began its slow, inevitable descent, the great horror sinking back into its millennial slumber. Elias collapsed, his clothes soaked, his mind shattered, but with one certainty: the world was merely a thin shell, and the dreams of the sleeping god were the only true reality.